The scales came off.
Oh.
How do we know if the fish is fresh?
If it's got like some kind of clear slime on it, something like that.
Well, this one, it could have that, but it's been scaled, so it's gone.
Does it have a fishy smell?
Should have no smell at all, right? Neutral. The eyes are clear.
And his skin,
Good.
his flesh is...
It bounces back.
Bounces back. Good. Okay. Okay. What about the gills?
The gills should still be intact.
What if they're that color?
It should be red.
Let me see.
That smells fishy.
It's not.
So if the rest of the fish is fine, should the gills be the reason why you send it back?
Yes.
Possibly.
No. Gills could be the first
No.
thing that, like,
In this country, they leave the gills in. In many countries that I have traveled to, they take the gills out because that's where the flies lay their eggs. It's inside the gills. It's wet. It's cool.
how do the flies get on the water?
So wait, shouldn't that be a reason that you send them back then? That's where flies live.
Not necessarily, because if I've had it now for a day. I got it Monday. I don't usually like to buy seafood on Monday, but that's the only day that they'll deliver out here because we have a big problem being on Treasure Island. What companies like to do is they like to deliver it in one block area to maybe 6 or 7 restaurants. Costs too much money to have the driver drive. Costs too much money in gas. You guys don't pay for gas, but gas is like about $3.75 a gallon now. It's been as high as $4.10, $4.15.
Y'all pay $3.75?
Y'all strong.
Yeah, good.
Ain't that bad.
$5.
It's all
The
right.
highest in the country. So, anyhow, so what they like to do is they like to be able to make multiple drops in one area. It's more economical for them. So we get fish deliveries on Monday, and that's not a good thing because usually the fishmonger will take in the fish to sell it Thursday, Friday, Saturday. He doesn't sell it on Sunday. He brings it to me on Monday. It's already 4 to 5 days old. So he's going to sell the old stuff first, right? FIFO? Okay. All right. So we have a gill plate right here, this hard thing here, which goes right here. We're going to cut around that, or cut at an angle to the center of the head, like that. And some of you guys have been asking me about knives. This is a fillet knife, but the flex point is here. On that little one that you saw me using, the flex point was way back here. So it depends upon what, I like a stiffer knife for doing the salmon and the halibut. The little knife is good for working with snapper and trout. Okay, so we just cut down to the backbone. Turn it over, take your thumb, put it back behind the head, and snap his head off.
Oh, poor fish.
He's already dead, he doesn't care. Let me take this over to the Asian guys over there in the cafeteria.
Fish heads.
Yeah, well, they eat the cheeks right here.
I think it's just fish eyes.
Raw? No.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna eat it raw. And what did you get from raw fish?
So sushi's not raw fish?
No. Sushi
It's raw
is
fish.
raw fish that's been grown a certain way. If you
But
eat this,
what did you just say? They don't eat raw fish?
We're done with this. Technically, what I mean is you don't eat this raw fish. You eat sushi grade sushi raw fish.
Sushi, great sushi, raw fish. We eating this raw.
Is this farm or wild?
I buy farm-raised fish. And you can tell it's farm-raised because its dorsal fin isn't developed at all. Little thing. His tail should be about 3 times that size. Should be way out to here in a big deep V. Because that's the power to be able to swim upstream to breed. His elevators, which makes him uses to go up and down, those aren't developed at all either. Doesn't use them. So
what does this poor fish do all day?
he sits in a pen and eats, just like your uncle.
Sounds about right.
Okay, she said it sounds about right.
So you always cradle the fish when you handle it. What we're going to do is this isn't real pronounced on this fish, but there's a line right here that is exactly lined up with where the vertebrae of the fish is. So I know where I'm cutting. So I'm going to put my hand on the inside of the fish, and this hand is going to move with this knife blade as it comes down. So I put the tail of the fish off my left hip, I'm going to aim for the dorsal fin with the knife blade. Try to cut it in half. Stay back behind the fish. Okay, we'll come back to that in a minute. Now I'm going to take the vertebrae out on the next step. So I'm just taking one fillet off, the vertebrae off. Let me wash these scales off.
So that's how a fish stands.
Okay, so I'm going to pinch this just slightly. And this is one of the very, very few times you'll ever see me cut into my hand, meaning the blade is facing towards my fingers. So I'm a big proponent of cutting away from your hands, of course. And I put my hand on top. Lift the vertebrae off.
Can you use this for fish stuff?
It's too oily. And I put a paper towel underneath it to kind of keep it from moving around. Now, using the flex of the steel, the flex of the knife, I'm going to come right underneath that dorsal fin and cut out the dorsal fin bones. Now, in your basic class, do they talk to you about yields?
Yeah.
Okay. So, cut away from the money. So every time I throw something on that tray that I can't serve, that's money, right? Go grab me the stone, will you? Nice. There's 3 of them down there. We forgot to give Willow his back. So my knife is just starting to go dull a little bit. Not dull a little bit, dull a lot. So I'm not going to continue and fight with the knife like some of you did when we were doing the fish the other day.
Hey, yo, get on the camera, bro. I need to tell the world something.
Chef, do you need the oil?
What up, boy? It's your boy. I just want to say we here, we excited, we doing it, we learning, we getting it, you know what I'm saying? We get this money, and we get these hundreds. Peace out. No, you're right.
Chef, are you married? Is he married? Yes. Yeah, doing his job. You see his wife. Man, yeah. His wife is really nice too. Yeah, I serve his wife. I think you were at the excited with that. Oh, you wasn't. You was. What were you? Because that was the day I was casting. Well, the week I was casting. We were in the
One time, yeah. Face shots though. Montage and that stuff. Okay, so you're going to keep the fingers over the top of the blade again. In fact, we're going to have an anniversary next week.
Aww.
I know, I can't forget.
How long have you guys been married?
15 years.
I aspire to be married for 15 years. It might not be the first marriage, but it will definitely be the second one.
Yeah, when you add them all together. That's what I tell my friends. How long have you been married? I mean, collectively, if you add them all together, yeah, for a while.
You've been married more than once?
Oh, hell yeah.
Your third marriage?
I've already had my starter marriages.
Well, hopefully this one sticks, right?
Oh, yeah.
He took care of his third marriage.
Hopefully my starter marriage is my only marriage.
No, I'm pretty sure I'm going to get divorced like twice.
Hi, Chef Joe.
It's going to happen.
I hope not. How did you know that was him? It looks like ice on her hand.
this. I guess that's how you do it. I can't support my voice. It's not gonna work.
Yeah, it is.
I'm trying, but I can't.
Are they working in the, are they tearing the walk in?
Every time you lean on me, I'll do it. I can't support my voice.